right, friends, welcome back to this section. In this episode, we'll be looking at font family, okay? How to implement a font family in your project. And it is very simple. And let's go ahead and see how it turns in a browser. Now, I'll open my Sublime test. This is our previous lesson. On our previous lesson, this is the code that we implemented. And I think we are going to leave it and use it for this case study, okay? So, at the CSS section, please, working with a font family, you can come to W3 Schools. Personally, I'm going to give you a task to work on using W3 Schools, okay? If you make time, come here and learn so many things. You can learn so many things from this website, okay? Myself, I've been learning from here sometimes, okay? So you come to W3 Schools. This is where we are going to take advantage of the font family. So you can see the examples here. You can read more, okay? CSS fonts, you can read more from here, okay? But this is where my point of interest lies, okay? So you can see I am in font family section, and you can see from here font family, we have time romans, we have time, and we have serif and co. Okay, Lucida console is here, heretical and co. Okay, so you can also, if you want to change the fonts, okay, the testing fonts, you can equally do that by taking advantage of the font family. Before anything, let's head towards our browser. I want to apply some font family to our project. So here I'll give it a font family property of. So in H1, I'm giving it time and Roman, okay? And I'll come to the H2 and give it font family property of Helvetica, okay? I like to use Helvetica. Please, it's a string, so we put it in a quotation. As you can see from here, font family, this one is in a quotation, okay? Now in our H3, I like to give it a font family property of Lucida console. All right, now save it, okay? We've saved it. Let's head towards our project. This is it. Please take good look of the font here. Okay, we write the code against the headers. So take a good look at the headers. I'm going to refresh and check whether you can see a change in the text. Okay, the font. Ready, go. And I think we did. There was a slight change in our fonts. Okay, all right, and it was all because of the font family that we applied. Okay, it seems the first one did not change. I don't know. I didn't take a proper good look at that one. If you did, then you can check it by yourself. But you know, in most cases, when you're using a font family, you can see it from here. It is more appropriate to use maybe 3 font family at one project. For instance, in H1, like I supposed to use the time and new Roman, then I add this one time and I add the serif. I can add them all here. Okay, so the reason being is that if your browser could not reorganize the first one, then it will move to the second one and pick that one. Okay, or if you couldn't reorganize that very one also, you can move to the next one and pick that one. Take good note of that. And most often when we are applying font family, we don't apply them individually to our header codes like this. We apply the particular font family to the body section. Okay, so for instance, you apply it to the body, and the reason being is that the body is the parent. So any code that you apply to the body, it will affect the entire child component, okay, inside the body. It will affect all. So if you come to HTML, you can see that this is the body. Everything is inside the body, okay? All our project is inside the open ecosystem of the body. So when you start the body, it's going to affect the entire UI of the project. So for instance, as we did before, for instance, if you change our background color to, let's say, blue, we are going to have entire blue background for our entire project. That is the head. Okay, let me give it a background color of tomato. Anyway, all what I'm trying to mean is that if you want to apply a font, in most cases we apply the font to our body section so that that particular font will affect the entire project. All right, so before anything, let's apply some font styles. Okay, we have also a font style property. Sorry, let's apply those ones into the H1. We can make it italic, and to the H2, I will still give it a font style property. Then I'll give it. Okay, let me make this one. Let me make the first one normal. Then let me make this one italic. Okay. Then the third one, I'll give it a font. Please always remember to close your line by using the semicolon. Okay. I would like to give it oblique. Okay. All right. So before anything, let's save it and head towards our browser and see how it turns. So save. refresh. Please take a good look at the header section. Okay, there's going to be a slight change. Refresh, and we did. Okay, so you can see that the H2 and the H3 change. The H1 did not change because we gave it a font style of normal. Okay, that one is the style that we give. Anyway, if you want to know more about the font style too, you can come to the W3 schools and come to what font styles. Click on the font styles. It will come. Okay, so this is what we applied. We have the normal, the italic, and oblique. Now let's see how the font size also work. Okay, in accordance with the units. Okay, the units. Now, if I come to my H1, then I do font size. Then I give it like what? Let me give it a 30 pixels. Okay, then I come to my H2, then I do font size. Then I give it a 200%. 200%. Then I come to my H3, giving it a font size of 2 EM. Anyway, so in a case you don't understand anything here, you can come to the W3 schools, then you come to font size here. Okay, so these ones are called the units. Okay, the 200%, the 30 pesos, and the 2 EM, they are called the units. And the units, you can see that we have been using pesos for a long time. That is what we have been familiarize yourself with. But pesos is not all the unit that you can use. You can choose to use the percentage or the EM. You just have to know how they works and you can just use them. Okay. Now, if you come to the W3 schools, you can see from here that the font size here they use pesos as an example. Okay, so font size with pesos, and you can see this is the pesos, and we have the font size with the EM, and you can see this is the EM. So this is the unit convention, and you can see the font size of sorry, this one is the EM, and you can see the font size of what is the last one that we use? The EM. Okay, the percentage. Okay, also is there. All right, so we have the percentage. No, I didn't see the percentage here, but if you take your time to search for it, you get it because you can use the 3 units. Okay, the percentage, the pesos, or the year. Now, let's save our project, head towards our browser. Then please take a very closer look at our headers here. I'm going to refresh and see if you can see a change. Okay, if you can see any change, then I refresh. You can see that there is a change. There's a massive change here. Okay, so these are the difference. Even though the 2 EM, the third one, just give it a 2, the 200% and co. So even if you give this one what, like a 4 EM, imagine what would happen. Wow. So these are the units of styling that you can also take advantage of. Okay. All right. So you just have to familiarize yourself with how it works, and you are good to go. Using the EM, in a case that you are working on a project that you want, let's say a tiny font size, then you can go with what your percentage, because 20% will give you something very, very tiny. You can see there. And if you are working on a project that you want let's say a larger font size, then I think you are good to go with what your EM. Okay, and the pesos is what I've been using the more. Okay, we've all been using the pesos the more, or you can go by the pesos. Okay, if you want to use the EM, you can also use it by the decimal size. Okay, in programming, call it a float. Okay, you can see they all equally have a role to play. Your only work to do is to know how they turns and just understand it and use it in your projects. You can also master one. You can choose pesos to master it and you can use it. Please, they all depends on you and how you want to use it. I think we have covered enough for this one. Let's end this one and come on the next one and learn more.